So hello, my name's Leah and this is my study tube channel, and this video is going to be on how to get straight 8s, 9s and 7s in your GCSEs. So I got 8 A stars and 2 A's, with the A's being in art and German. I got like a 3 in the name of the box, so to move to a 7 was a great accomplishment. So yeah, my main goal of this video is to just say that it may be March, but you can still do really well in your exams if you put in the effort. So my top tips for getting straight A stars, A's, 8s and 9s is going to be in this video, so keep watching. In terms of studying, one thing I think that wasn't really relayed as much as it should have been is the importance of exam questions, and definitely with the new specification it was really difficult and annoying because everything was so much harder and so much so different from all the past papers, which to be honest it was, but yeah, that kind of stopped everyone from doing all the past papers. But I remember leaving one of my physics exams and thinking the way I was studying wasn't really that effective, compared to just doing straight questions where it's you've done a question that's similar to the actual question. Literally think about it, if you've done a question that's really similar to the actual exam, then there's no way that you wouldn't know how to answer it. But say you've just made loads of mind maps and the more general ways people revise, it's not really as relevant to the exam. And at the end of the day, the exam is the main problem. So literally, if I could go back and tell my year 11 self what to do, I would have said literally try to do every single past paper question, get all the CGP workbooks, though I did do quite a lot of those to be honest, but think about how you're revising. Is it helping you to answer the questions, or is it just general knowledge? Because to get a grade 9 or a grade 8 or even a grade 7, you need to be answering questions in the way that the examiner will look at it and think tick tick tick. They won't have to be oh, it's similar, but is it you don't want them to have to be labouring over it. It should be that you've got the exact wording down, so that you can answer it to the way the examiner would want it to be answered and gain all the marks that you deserve from your revision. In order to do well in all of your subjects, you really need to think about what is your work, you really need to think about which are your weakest areas in each subject and then attack those parts, because it's all well and good thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna do some biology, but it's are you looking at German, which you're completely doing really badly in? It's you need to bring all of your subjects up to the same level and put the most amount of effort on the ones that you're worst at. And for me, this was physics, I guess, because I found it really interesting, but it's quite a lot of different things to do with it. So in the test, it's quite easy to do badly. And in year 9, not year 9, year 10, wasn't the best, wasn't the strongest, but by year 11, that was a subject I was really focusing on to put as much emphasis as possible so that I could maintain the high grades. And yeah, so when you're doing questions and things, you really need to focus your revision on the topics that that you're worst at. And just think about it, say you're getting 90% in topic A, but in topic B you're getting 30%. It's that topic might be really hard, it seems impossible, but it's you did well in topic A, so we can just work more at topic B and then pull that one up as well. And that's basically how you can just really focus on what will improve your grade the most, doing the things that you do wrong to improve them so that you can get those marks instead. As high achievers, it can be quite easy to just kind of ignore the things that you're bad at, but it's really important to do that so that you can ensure that you do the best that you can. In terms of revision in school life, I'd recommend putting you all in, and it's quite funny. for me to say, because usually, you know, there's like the people in class that put their hand up a lot and ask questions and things like that, but it's like it works, like it actually does work. And say you don't know an answer to something, instead of you thinking, oh, I don't know, like we move, well, I'll just figure it out when I'm at home, if you literally just ask the teacher then and there, you'll know. And it's like that builds up over a long time. Like say like every single time you didn't understand something, you just ignored it, like, oh, I'll do it next time. It's like it really doesn't help you at all. And literally as soon as you leave that last exam, everyone in your class, it's like you're probably never going to see them again, like for real. So really don't think about what other people think about you. And to be honest, that's kind of a regret of mine. It's like maybe if I asked all the questions that I was thinking, it would have been a lot easier and had to reconsolidate it as much, you know. So any year 11s out there, you know, put your hand up, even wait after school, whatever, go to the after school clubs and things like that, which, yeah, they put them on for a reason, you know. So definitely try to take advantage of all your school's offering you. Also, I'd like to say about your kind of mindset, you know, because to get such high grades in everything, you kind of need to put yourself into a kind of headspace where you're like, you've got self-motivation, self-belief and all of that. Like you should have all of those feelings from yourself, from within, and not from like an external pressure like your parents or people's expectations of you. You should kind of like build it yourself, and then it will be easier for you to study. And you should definitely have a kind of like motivation and a reason why you're like aiming for such high grades. And even if it's just to prove to yourself that, you know, all these years, like primary school and now secondary school, it's like this is what you've achieved, and it can really help you in your future. Yeah, so it's really good to just think about the long term and know that your hard work for these last few months will set you off for a great future. Though it's also important to, on the flip side, really prioritize your mental health and your physical health, because, you know, as the generation we are, it's quite easy to kind of compartmentalize things and not pay as much attention as needed to when things go wrong. So definitely it's a really hard time in GCSEs, like studying. You have so many exams, like two in a day, one like day after day after day, and it's just so long. So you really need to just plan how you're going to attack things, like plan what time you're gonna sleep, like deadline, you're gonna sleep at like 10 o'clock. Like don't be the person that stays up until 3 a.m. studying, because that is not going to help you on the exam day. And you need to think kind of long term as well, because if you have all these unhealthy techniques of like studying or the way you just hold yourself in exam period, it will really, really drain you. And to be honest, like there's people that like going through exams has like changed them, honestly, because it is really, really difficult sometimes, depending on how you manage it. So make sure that you have kind of something to look forward to, and that you're just aware that it's going to finish. Like look at that end date and know that by then it's going to be over, and then you can enjoy your whole summer and you have a bright future ahead of you. Lastly, I'd just like to say, you know, as year 11s, you're going to be leaving secondary school, which is like really crazy, you know. So just kind of enjoy the vibe of secondary school, like sixth form and like college and all of that. It's literally so different, and it's kind of like kind of sad, you know, how different it is. But really just enjoy the last few months, like eating lunch with everyone in the cafeteria, and like assemblies and like all those things that you've gotten so used to. Try to like take advantage of them and just enjoy your last few months. Like literally the banter in like science lessons is just unmatched. Like college doesn't hit the same, sixth form does not hit the same. But yeah, like literally just enjoy yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. Like literally I did so badly in German, I got like a 3 in the mock, I don't even know. But like in November, like, and then I ended up getting a 7, like a high 7. So it just shows that don't let your past like hold you back, you know. You can do it. Like we move, like anything can happen with hard work and dedication. Yeah, so those have been all of my tips for getting straight A stars and A's. Yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself, but just try to keep aspirational and focus on what you're worst at so that you can bring them all up to par. And yeah, so thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'm currently at 97 subscribers. So thank you. I was like, oh, I was quite surprised, but yeah, this YouTube thing, you know, who knows where it will go. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed, and I really appreciate all your likes and comments. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.